Hello, Rebound here. I thought that you all might enjoy an interview with my husband Bud about what it's like to be the spouse of a thru hiker. So I'm going to ask him a few questions, and all of his answers are unrehearsed. I hope you enjoy it. Bud, what is it like being the spouse of a thru hiker?
Well, it can really get lonely at times. Um, your spouse is a integral part of your life, and when she's missing for a long stretch of time, there's certainly a vacuum there. You can be busy with certain things, but it doesn't make up for what she adds to your life. Uh, but I trust her. I know what she's going to gain from this, and um, and I know how badly she wants this, and I want what she wants. And I'm extremely happy for her that she's going to do this because I know this is a life goal for her, and I want her to achieve all of her goals. So, whatever it takes to help her with this, that's what I'm going to do.
They say the trail changes you, and I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about how you think the trail changed me and how I was different when I came back.
Well, that's a very dangerous question to answer, and but it's hard to put your finger on uh, the changes that you see in someone. But certainly, she was more assertive when she came back. She was more self-confident. Um, was more comfortable with making decisions and with planning. All those are things that she was forced to do while she was on the trail, and it spilled over. All those things that I guess men are trained to do. She had to do. She got the training while she was on the trail, and it's good to see all that independence that she gained.
Will you tell us a little bit about what it's like being the support person of a thru hiker?
Well, being the support person for a thru hiker, the main thing that you need to do is just stay on top of what's going on and not get overly distracted by other things. She has already done most of the work. She has already put together all other 30 to 35 boxes. She's already filled all the and dinner, breakfast requirements for all of those. I don't have to make those decisions. All I have to do is go to the box that's pretty much already filled, put the designated food for that box in it, and if there's any last minute requests that she has told me that she needs in the next box, put it in there. Then I've got to get it to the post office in ample time for the postal system to deliver it to the place where she wants it delivered. And she's already addressed all the address labels, so I don't have to do any of that. Uh, it's not that she doesn't trust me to do that, but she just wanted to do it. And she had a good friend come over and help her with a lot of that, which I really appreciated greatly. And other than making sure that the boxes have what they're supposed to have in them and getting them to the post office and not being late, there's not a whole lot for a support person to do. It's easy.
Are you afraid for me to be out there through hiking the trail alone? Or were you ever afraid for me to be out there on my past two hikes?
There was a time or two that she expressed some sort of fear or concern about certain people who were out there that she thought were unstable or untrustworthy, that were either by where she was going to camp or whatever, but she also had the good sense and took the initiative to move to another place where she wasn't close to that person who she thought was unstable. Um, when you're on the trail, you can be by yourself, but in a crowd. There can be all sorts of people around you, so I know that she could be in a spot where there's nobody within earshot, but probably most likely if she needed to call help, there's going to be somebody who will hear her and render help. And I think she's got the good sense to not get herself into a predicament where she will need help, but you never know.
What are you most worried about?
I don't have right at the moment a great worry or concern. Uh, I know I can handle my duties. I know that she can handle the hike. Um, um, I guess there's always that unknown that happens along the way, and there's no sense worrying about something that you don't even know about. That's just a waste of energy and time. So I'll wait till I need to worry and then look for a solution. And if I come up with a solution, then I don't have to worry about it. So what am I most worried about? That she'll have so much fun she won't want to come home. That would be my one greatest worry.
What advice would you give someone whose spouse is through hiking as to the best way they can support their spouse while they're on trail?
Well, the best thing you can do is to trust your spouse, to know that they're going to be them, and that everything is in God's hands. And as long as they leave themselves in God's hands, He's going to take care of them. So just trust your spouse, love your spouse, and pray for them every day. Pray for their protection and God's guidance. And you can't do more than that. The best thing you can do is leave her in God's hands.
This year you have driven me to the trail and you're going to hike up to the southern terminus with me. In the past, you've just taken me to the airport. Are you feeling any different this time, knowing you're going to leave me there on the trail as opposed to when you left me at the airport?
Well, leaving is leaving, and it's never easy wherever it is. And it'll be just as tough leaving her at the trailhead as it was leaving her at the airport. It'll just be a lot longer drive home. They'll give you more time to think about it. No, not appreciably different. I'm just happy for her.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the audience that you think they might want to know?
Well, when you're preparing for a hike, it's not the time to go cheap. Cheap things won't make it all the way. You need to do the best that you can afford, but you should never do what you can't afford. And your spouse, whether it's male or female, needs the best equipment because the best you can provide, you can't always, and the best doesn't necessarily mean the most expensive. There's much out there that's very good, that's going to last a long time, that's going to do everything that it's supposed to do, but it may cost a tenth as much as other options. So it takes a lot of research. You need to provide the best that you can provide, not necessarily the most expensive that you can provide. Um, Another important thing to provide is just your positive support. It's not going to help either of you if there's all sorts of problems uh, and arguments and disagreements and stuff like that. So stay positive. Know that the person going on the hike probably is all stressed out, and the last thing that they need is problems coming from you. So try to go with the flow, and it'll pay off later.
Thank you, Bud.
You are welcome, all of you.